Taking those deep breaths. The healing frequency. Tuning into yourself. Raising your vibrations just a little bit higher. Greetings and love and kindness, family. I'm Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on innerlightradio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on innerlightradio.com, the healing frequency. Taking that deep breath, tuning into yourself. This is the hour, your hour. Family, how was your week? Did you tune into yourself and take some deep breaths? You know, we got to be taking those deep breaths this time of the year. Ready to shift that body. Thank you for dancing with me today. Thank you for joining me today. Taking those deep breaths, tuning into ourselves, just sharing a little bit of information. (3/11/2020), March 11th, 2020. You know, this is a fast-paced life cycle that we are on currently. Time, if you want to call it time, whatever you want to say, is just moving right along. March the 11th, 2020. What can y'all say about that? Taking those deep breaths. We have to take those deep breaths even more now. So much is going on in the world that will have you leave your conscious mind and start living from a man-made mindset of human consciousness. It'll make the wisest person, the strongest person, the most in tune person turn away from themselves. This is a time, this is a season when it's all about you and how much self-love you have for yourself, how much self-understanding you have for yourself, how much self-worth, self-knowledge, self-honor, self-trust that you have for yourself because of who you are, the vibrational being that you are in this world. Taking those deep breaths, relaxing our minds, our body, and our heart with so much going on in the world to distract you, to turn you away from the truth of who you are. Fear, that false education accepted as reality, that false evidence appearing so real that we forget who we truly are. I'm Khadijah, Davis-Foulks, host of the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show, Heart to Heart Healthy Living, every Wellness Wednesday right here on innerlightradio.com, the healing frequency that raises your vibration to tune just a little bit higher into yourself. And I invite you every Wellness Wednesday to come aboard the Friendship Train. Y'all know we on a Harriet Tubman's ride. It's the kind of health ride that will take you to healthcare freedom, will take you to freedom to follow your heart's desire, to understand what's happening within your own body, to allow you to shift out of chronic disease care stress, to allow you to emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery. Free your mind from fear, from that false education appearing so real, that evidence that they want to have you believe. That's why we say here, it's time to become your own wellness doctor and understand and be more in tune with yourself and the environment of what's going on, from the highest states of consciousness down to the, I hate to say lower states of consciousness, but the consciousness that we are mostly living from the world's perspective of things. And that's why I always say, ask yourself each and every day, no matter what you're going through, are you working from a man-made mindset of human consciousness? Because we can get caught up in that vibration and not be able to tune into ourselves to understand and know the truth. And we need to do that because we know from the master himself, and just from life in general, if you've been out there looking at the right information, you know that you are the master of your thought and mind. You know that you tell your mind what to think, you tell your feelings what to feel, you tell your body how to react. We know that it's time for each and every one of us to master our mind, to master our feelings, and to master our thoughts. For whatever we do in life, we're giving it to ourselves first. Before we be a part of anything else, it comes back to us in vibration. And that's why we have to look at this holographic image. And sometimes we have to tell it what to do, how to act, and how to think. And people want to say that that's insanity or that you're insane because you talk like that. But they're showing us that every day in the world. They're showing us how machines are taking over every living thing that's out there. Even taking over the doctor, whether y'all know it or not. These machines and things that they have, they can do now and determine, and they know what they want to do, you know, and we have to be in tune to that. We have to understand what's going on. So how do you want to live your life? What is your thought process? What are you holding on to? We talk about thinkonomics here on the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show, and it's so important, thinkonomics. It's a way of thinking that gives you the opportunity to learn the truth about yourself. Anytime you pull yourself away from peace, love, and harmony, joy, happiness, tranquility, you got to ask yourself what's going on. You cannot get caught up in those things. Nobody said don't be aware. Nobody said anything like that. But you want to work with thinkonomics. It's a way of thinking that gives the opportunity to learn the truth about yourself, what's making you do whatever you're doing. And if it's not coming from the heart, it's not coming from the vibration that it needs to come from, and it's got you fragile, it's got you stressed, then be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. You are the only one that can do it, and it doesn't take any convincing. You know when you feel out of balance, when you're not in tune, when you're not in alignment. You know when you're in a low vibration, and you know the thought process is doing it to you. And the only way to shift it is for yourself, because of your own self, because of what you see that's happening in your life. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's a lot going on, and it's turning into fear-based, and so many ways they want to get you. And that's why I often say to people say they're free from a lot of things, but they always come back and get the strongest person through a health pandemic. Something that throws you off the way you think you have no control. And this is the biggest one yet by far in my time on planet Earth, in my 62 years, that is all over, everywhere, everybody, every gamut of people. It doesn't matter, young, old, sick, not sick, whatever. It's about control, population mind control. And what are you giving your thoughts to? Thinkonomics is a way of thinking that gives you the opportunity to learn the truth about yourself, what you believe in, what you understanding. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind if it's not what you want it to be, because it's not what it looks like. So we're talking about healthcare. We're talking about making conscious self-healthcare moves. We've been talking about this since I've been on the radio. I don't know how many years now, over 10 years. It's about tuning into yourself. It's about honoring the person who you are, who you see, and what you're doing for yourself. And if your vibrations are low, that means you got to raise your own vibration. And when you get into the true vibration of who you are as a human being, you know that you're going to create cellular malfunctions. You don't have diseases, but you have cellular malfunctions. And there are things that they can put out there in the world to bring about a disharmony in your life, but you got to hold on to that vibration. And you got to hold on to it in a certain manner that it manifests in your life a certain way that puts you in that situation to not trust yourself anymore, to not to be in balance anymore, to step out of the truth of who you really are and start living from that man-made mindset of human consciousness. And this is your test. This is your challenge right now, to stay tuned into yourself, to know who you are, to not let those fear-based thoughts come into your life, into your mind, and into your actions. It's time for us all to really, truly, and honestly, 100% take a deep, 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 deep breath and feel the vibration of love. The laws of vibrational energy. It's the power that brings my entire life together. It heals, renews, restores, and empowers me with divine energy and life. I know I'm love in action. I know I'm the master of positive self-expression. I want you to know that for yourself too. I want you to know that it is the power that brings your entire life together, that it heals, renews, restores, and empowers you with divine energy and life. I want you to know that you are love in action. I want you to know that you are the master of positive self-expression. I want us all to understand that we are here to be givers and receivers of love all the time. Filter love, factor love into it all. Whatever negative emotional vibration that comes up, that's a low frequency of anything. The vibration is not high. And you know it's not high if it's not bringing you harmony and peace, gratitude, smiles on your face, joy in your heart. You have to shift your own thinking. You have to shift your own understanding. And if it's all around healthcare, you got to emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery and understand what they're showing you and what they're doing. And they testing you right now, seeing how many people they're going to have act a certain way, perform a certain way, do certain things so they can continue on with their plan. And we got to know what time it is in this day. We have to know what's going on. So take a moment and be still. Think about your life. Think about what you're thinking, what you're doing, and how you're acting. And is it good for you? Is it bringing you some harmony and peace in your life? Because we all know what we want to do while we're here on planet Earth, because we know the coat won't be here forever. We know that the being won't be here for a life journey long time. While we're here, we want to take care of it the best we can. We want to understand what was said. Growing old does not make you sick. It's growing sick that make us old, and they doing that to us now. Oh God, when they started creating children diseases, it was just like Delta health diseases. They want to say that a child come in the world and everything's wrong. We got to let all that fear-based information go. We got to tune into ourselves and understand growing old does not make us sick. It's growing sick to make us old. That's Baba Tim Monroe, Common Sense Herbs, founder of Common Sense Herbs and Common Sense University. Baba Tim Monroe told us that, and we need to hold on to that. And if you're not held on to it, maybe it's time for you to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your very own personal healthcare plan. We're talking about becoming your own wellness doctor, and you can do it, but just a little bit of anatomy, physiology, so you can really pinpoint what's going on when you feel discomfort or pain or something going on. You can sit and say, and it's over here, and I don't know what that is. You know what organs are over there. You know how the body processes itself, and you know what may have become stagnated. What's stagnated, what has some blockages, what's going on, and you can begin to make the right decisions. Your body is always feeding information to you, and you are always feeding information back to your body. And you want to be in control of those thought processes, because truly, 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 that's how things move in life. That's how things are manifested. So how you doing this week? So much information came out. So many new things happen. Can you imagine a whole country being locked down? Come on, people. What is happening? What is going on? What is being said? We have to really think about it. Think about it, think about it, think about it. And take plenty deep breaths and keep the body feeling good and oxygenated. Did you do that this week? Did you sit down and tune into yourself? Did you sit down and talk to yourself? I sure did. I sat down and I talked to myself. My body said, your energy is being used. You're tapped into the universe. You're one of those people. You know that. And so we're pulling on a lot of energy from these individuals that are here on planet Earth that has that information of the knowledge of the fact that they are still tuned into the energy frequency of life. And we're building a vortex to hold everything the way it needs to be held. So, I've been drained. And I'm not tired. Because I talk about being tired. I'll let y'all know when I'm tired. I need some sleep. The body's saying rest. But I can tell this is a different kind of energy that's being pulled on many people that have that higher frequency vibration of understanding and understanding. And that's what's happening right now. So I hold on to the fact. And when I get myself feeling a little drained and I feel the energy is coming down because it's being used somewhere else, and I can put you in this mode of animation where you're not really doing a whole lot because we need some of this energy over here. And so it comes and goes. So throughout the show, my voice may get a little low, and that's when the energy is being shifted someplace else. And then I realize that, and I take a deep breath and I bring myself back into balance. And I'll share with you the wisdom from the Wisdom for the Soul card that I picked this up just before the show. And I held on to the one from 2 radio shows ago, because it's still powerful. And I'm using it in my memes when I rebroadcast a show on YouTube, and I always add memes to it to support and encourage people. Remedy. We have a pharmacy inside of us that is absolutely exquisite. It makes the right medicine for the precise time, for the right targeted organ, with no side effects. Let's hold on to that, family. Let's hold on to that understanding. And that's why you want to have the vibrations of health and healing and bringing anything into your body that you need and activating anything within your body, because it's all there. We have a pharmacy inside of us that is absolutely exquisite. It makes the right medicine for the precise time, for the right targeted organ, with no side effects. And that's the energy. That's the strength. That's the vibration that we need to hold on to. Energy, frequency, and vibration of words like that to move us along and not feel like something can overtake us. Prayer. Your desire is your prayer. Your desire. What are you desiring? Your desire is your prayer. Picture the fulfillment of your desire now and feel the reality, and you will experience the joy of the answered prayer. Joseph Murphy. 1898 to 1981. Prayer. People say, pray for me. Will you pray for me? Will you pray for me? Will you pray for me? Prayer. Your desires is your prayers. Picture the fulfillment of your desire now and feel its reality, and you will experience the joy of the answered prayer. Joseph Murphy. The Remedy was by Deepak Chopra. He's still with us. Interesting. I picked up this card today too. I went to pick one and I ended up picking up two. And this one said commitment and dedication. What are you committed to in every area of your life? And what are you dedicated to? This card simply reads, you have to stick to your plan. You have to stick to your plan. Very few people get anywhere by taking shortcuts. Very few people win the lottery to gain their wealth. It happens, but the odds certainly aren't with them. More people get it the honest way by setting their goals and committing themselves to achieving those goals. Michael Jordan. That's the basketball player in 1961. Commitment and dedication. Covers a lot of things. Commitment and dedication. Are you committed to becoming your own wellness doctor? Are you committed to understanding the simplicity of what things really are and how they can turn it into something else to have you vibrate to a frequency of despair? You have to think about that. That's with anything in life and how it goes in your life. And when you're creating your life, you want to sit back and you want to make some conscious self-health care moves. Mental observation view is essential for self-success. So we're sitting back and we're taking a deep breath. And I'm sitting back in my chair, pulling up my teleprompter so I can have something to look at to keep me focused as I share with you this hour, the Conscious Self-Health Care Conversation Radio Show. Having a conversation with you, asking you to sit back and tune into yourself and seeing what you're giving your power to, where you are, what you know. Anything you need to learn, anything you want to know in life, you can take a moment and you can do it. You ain't got to be the expert in it. You just got to know enough for yourself to be able to take care of yourself, to be able to have intelligent conversation about yourself. And as you go on, that conversation gets better. And as you be more truthful with yourself, things become a lot easier in your life. Better focus on what's going on. We're talking about tuning into yourself, taking deep breaths, shifting out of chronic disease, care, stress, and becoming your own wellness doctor. And y'all know it's that time of the year. It's getting close to that month that everybody should be celebrating. Everybody should know that April is Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month. Conscious Self-Health Care. Making conscious self-health care moves, understanding mental observation view is essential for self-success. Taking those deep breaths, understanding what we're doing and what we know about our own life and our own body, and not just believing in a test that you can't really read and understand. That's why I have the tools that I have right now, because we know that we are an energetic being before we are a human being. And it all works together. The upper, the middle, the lower, it all comes together into one. However you want to break it out and separate it. And we have to stay focused on that understanding and move up. Relearn, rethink, and rewrite. That's what it's all about. If you're giving your power away. If you're running around trying to do something externally before you do it within yourself, you don't have the balance. You got to trust and know and understand that you create everything in your life. We all do. We don't want to accept that sometimes, but we do, and we need to accept it. Family, community, and friends, you're not breathing enough. You're not breathing deeply enough, and you're not doing it often enough. When the world has you in a stressful situation, we choke. Our breaths become shorter. We hold our breath and don't even realize it. We get off track when we're eating, how we're breathing. We have to stay focused. We have to be tuned into ourselves, whatever is going on, and not let it put us in a state where we are harmful to our own human body by the way we're thinking, by the way we're acting, what we're doing and what we're not doing. It's a good time to drink water right now. More water than you've been drinking. It's a good time to always take a moment to sit back and breathe and relax. Be tuned into your thoughts, what you're thinking, what you're holding on to. What words are you speaking daily? And what is the vibration of those words? You have to be honest with yourself. Welcome to the Conscious Self-Health Care Conversation Radio Show. Wellness Wednesday with Wednesday Wisdom. We're going to sit back. We're going to listen to my commercials. We're going to tune into ourselves. I'm going to come back and I'm going to share with you. So if you wish to leave the deceptive maze of healthcare with pharmaceuticals, surgeries, and fear as your medicine, you are tuned into the right broadcast today. Heart to Heart Healthy Living, the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. And you will listen to the rebroadcast show right on my YouTube channel, K Davis F. There is no greater feeling. There is no greater feeling than being empowered to be your own wellness doctor. Thank you for coming to dance with me each and every Wellness Wednesday. So we're going to sit back and we're going to listen to some commercials, and I'll know when it comes in that I can sit back and I can take a deep, 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 deep breath.
Are you at your wit's end because there seems to be no solution to your healthcare problem? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnoses are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain. Not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.celllife.com. Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal healthcare prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified anthologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forcelllife.com. The number 4, the words cell, CELLLIFE.com. Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your Nest Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit the website forcelllife.com. The number 4, CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation. 202-248-7749.
Yep, we gotta help one another. We gotta help each other stay balanced. We gotta help each other stay in harmony and peace. We gotta find a way to bring out a balance, the vibration of love. Whenever you see someone down and they're talking a certain way, you gotta be a light for them. You gotta help them, help themselves. Health education for longevity and peace. Helping one another. All over the nation. And then you know you got to ride. With the tension you ride. Don't let them turn you down. Don't let them turn you around. Don't let them make you scared and put fear in your heart. Rise in consciousness. Come on, man. Bring it up. Woo! Yeah. I know it. You know what to do. But I'm watching while I pray. No matter the attack, I won't turn back. Stay tuned to yourself and war with ascension you rise. So you got to rise up from all the things that's not bringing you harmony and peace and joy in your life. I love seeing how people shift into a new vibration. Just as I love seeing myself change many years ago. Are you ready to turn from a man-made mindset of human consciousness and emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery? It's war. It's the right kind of war. It's with ascension you rise. You ain't got to fight or struggle with nobody. You just got to raise your vibration. You got to know. That's right. It's in the blood. Hey. That's right. You gotta learn how to take care of that body. Then you know how your blood is truly working. You know if that velocity is right. You need to test for that. Because you'll know what you're doing. You gotta purify that blood. Purify that mind. Raise your consciousness. The remedy for all diseases and unpleasant situations in your life is to renew your mind, change your thoughts, change your patterns, and keep them changed. You are your remedy. You are your medicine. Don't give your power away to nobody. Tell them you gotta hold on to your power. That self-love, self-care, self-respect. You gotta trust and honor yourself. Because you become your own wellness doctor. Woo!
There's power in your praise. This means war. Prayer changes things. This means war.
Told you what prayer was.
You can't take this lying down. This means war.
Your desires. What are your desires? What are you holding on to? Gotta be in balance. Thank you for that, Brother Jamal. Appreciate that. In a society where we all are molded to learn the same way, to be the same, and do the same things, I'm here to tell you that you got a very, very unique signature. Nobody vibrates like you. Nobody vibrates like you. Twins don't even vibrate the same frequency. In a society where we are all molded to learn the same way, to be the same, and do the same things, it is a revolutionary act to follow your heart, that heart vibration that comes from that field from around each cell that creates that human body field, that field within and match that field without, to make you come into a perfect alignment. We are not the same. We are the individualized expression, creating our own realities. Our own reality. It doesn't have to be like anybody else's. Let them say what they want to say. Karen has no fear. I have no fear of what's going on in the world, and whatever they're saying, I'm creating my life. I'm aware. I'm not buying into any of that, what they're saying is going to happen. No, you got to be in that vibration. And you don't want to be in that vibration. We are not the same. We are the individualized expression creating our reality. Leave the low frequencies on planet Earth and keep your vibrations high. Never play with someone else's life just because you can. Don't mean you should. Keep your word, because your actions will follow and your truth will shine the light. We're talking about conscious living through living consciously. We're talking about being aware and having that good understanding. Take a deep breath, family. Take a deep breath and know what's going on in the world and what you need to do and what you need to understand. They talked about that, what are they calling it? The corona, and people laughing because it sounds like a beer, the coronavirus, and where it started from and where they are right now. And when I saw the report about the Chinese citizens and what they're doing, they are now required to install an app on their phone. The app dictates whether a person should be quarantined or not. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? And people don't understand about apps in the healthcare field now and what they're doing. They don't look at themselves as an energetic being like they do. Yeah, they still work with the biochemistry of the body, but they really getting you from the high level vibration. And that's why you got to step up to quantum health and healing to know what's going on. So they didn't create this app where they want everybody to download it on their cell phone over there so they can say if they need to be quarantined or not. It allowed them into subways and malls and other public places. If you're this level, if you're green, if you're red, if you are yellow, certain things happen where you can go here and you can't go there, or you may need to be quarantined for 7 days. So this is their answer. You got to pay attention to what's going on and how they're trying to control what's going on. The app checks if a person has been in close contact with people exposed to the fast spreading coronavirus. We got to think about what they're doing and how they setting things up. And then I come along, and I've been telling you for the past 17, 18 years about quantum health and healing and using my tools. And here they are right now. They're doing the same thing. Healthcare has shifted, has changed, and you got to understand. You got to know what you need to do for yourself. You got to step up out of the dark ages of disease, care family. That's why we talk about April being conscious self-health care and lymphatic cellular wellness month. The one system that they don't want to talk about is that lymphatic system, your purification system, the guardian angel, the immune system. That's why they say, how's your immune system working, family? It work according to your vibration, see your frequency, what you're thinking, how you came for your body. Most importantly, what you're thinking, what you're holding on to in consciousness, that vibration. You want that immune system to be intact. You want your lymphatic system to be in charge and continue to do what it needs to do. And that's why we have to deep breathe to keep all that in balance. Because that's how you truly take care of your immune system, by taking care of your states of consciousness and knowing where you are and what you're doing. The biochemistry of the body shifts and changes. It's always shifting and changing. Your states of consciousness is shifting and changing as well, too. And that's why you need to be able to hold on to a good thought, hold on good understanding, thinkonomics. Got to know what we're talking about and what we're doing here. So it's definitely time to tune into yourself. Sit back and think about what's going on. We talked about me sharing my book with you because it's about to be released again. The information on the feel-good infoceuticals from Nest Help. Trying to help support people to feel good and feel better with frequency and vibration. We're talking about energetic remedies. We're talking about what we are as a higher state and a higher level of being and how we work with the frequencies. And that's what I do. So visit my website, consciousselfcare.com. ConsciousSelfcare.com. See how I work with you around the world with this one tool. Look at the price. It's so affordable right now so everybody can get a new picture, new look, a new understanding of how they can for their bodies and what their bodies are really saying to them. The messages is coming back to you. The same way they put those apps on your phone and put these little patches on your arms and on your body now, and they go back and they read it through data. We've been out here for a minute and we can share that information with you as well so you can see how to better take care of yourself. And then, we do have the Max Pulse system where we actually can read the autonomic system and tell you what's going on, your stress levels and everything. You say you're not stressed, but we need to look at that because we know stress is the number one killer. Bruce Lipton put out a very good information on this coronavirus and what to think about it and things like that. I might share it with you next week, but you can look up Bruce Lipton and see his latest special report that he put out to share with people. He is a key biologist that shifted the conscious thinking of everyone when he revealed epigenetics on a more broader level to people to understand that you are more than just your genes and how you need to look at things and how they play on you and put fear to keep you in a state of consciousness, not to tune into yourself, not to step up out of the dark ages of healthcare. They had you believing that you got to have surgeries and take drugs and things like that. There's a time and place for everything, but for the care of the human body, it truly is a state of consciousness. And that's what we need to rise up to. Oh, that deep, deep breath when she opens her eyes. I don't know, my body must be tuned into 444. Guidance. I'm going to share with you the poem Guidance today. Because I'm being guided. Because when I say God, you and I dance, that means I'm in perfect alignment, my high state of consciousness, frequency, vibrations, everything is in alignment. God, you and I dance. That means that you are one with yourself. You are paying attention. You have acknowledged self-love, self-care, self-respect, and you honor where you are. When I say the God in you. God, you and I dance. There is a poem coming to me, the title I can see, Guidance. But where are the words? All I hear is God, you and I dance. Like the lyrics, the rhythm, and the rhyme, God, you and I dance. Like the ocean waves, the sky, the moon, the sun, I say God, you and I dance. Like the birds, the fishes, animals, and other creatures of the sea. God, you and I dance. Like the breath, the breeze, and the air we breathe. God, you and I dance. I say there's a poem coming to me, the title I can see, Guidance. But where are the words? All I hear is God, you and I dance. Like Jesus, Moses, prophets, saints, apostles, God, you and I dance. Like Imhotep, kings, queens of ancient Kemet, God, you and I dance. Like laughter, smiles, and singing out loud, and dancing in harmony with the beat of the drum. God, you and I dance. Like listening to the bees, the trees, and the whispers in the breeze. God, you, and I dance. I am you, and you are me. As I honor myself, I honor thee. In the land of I am that I am, God, you, and I dance. The power of life is in the consciousness of man. God, you, and I dance. You see, oxygen plus pumps plus electricity equals power. We're talking about cellular power for human wellness. God, you, and I dance. Your thoughts are the only thoughts that create your life. Your vision and mind are the only images that create your life. That's why I say stop and be still and take a deep, deep, deep breath. It's reflection time. God, you, and I dance. Get into alignment, family. Get into alignment with your soul self, your inner wealth. Get in alignment with a higher vibration, with the conscious, the subconscious, the superconscious. Get into alignment. Know what you're thinking. Know what you're doing. Know what you're planning. Know where you are. Take the time to always be still and consider what is truth and what is not real. What place they want to put you in to control you. You are here on this planet at this particular time because you chose to be, because you want to be. And you are part of the vibration of the frequency of life. And we want to breathe in happiness to everyone. Remember what I shared with you last week. Be careful what you water your dreams with. Water them with worry and fear, and you will produce weeds that chokes the life from your dreams. Water them with optimistic and solutions, and you will cultivate success. Always be on the lookout for ways to turn a problem into an opportunity for success. Always be on the lookout for ways to nurture your dreams and your life. Don't get caught up in a man-made mindset of vibration in life and understanding to keep you from who you truly are. We don't be ignorant to what's going on. We be knowledgeable and we know what to do and we know how to sustain ourselves. And we're not afraid. We're not afraid to share that truth out, to tell people to calm down, to relax, to understand what's happening and look at the population that's really being affected and what they're really trying to do. We got to understand what is happening and what is best. And you can do that when you don't panic, when you tune into yourself, when you become your own wellness doctor and you know what's happening and you honor that within yourself. So yes, I'm going to be sharing with you the book, Stepping Up Out of the Dark Ages of Healthcare. I believe I put the book out in 2009. It's being turned into an audio. It's being updated so we can move forward, stepping up out of the dark ages of healthcare. That's what we want to do. We want to take deep breaths every day. We don't want to focus on the truth. We want to tune into ourselves. Because the most revolutionary thing you can do in these times is stop being a pawn in someone else's game. I said stop being a pawn in someone else's game. Think for yourself. And most often that is called living out of the box. So live out of the box of this exception that they're trying to put you in to have you live in fear. We got to work together around the world as one. I'm talking about all humanity, but I'm talking about especially about black folks. We got to become one. We got to work in harmony and peace. We have that hashtag that's been going on for the past maybe 3 or 4 years now. Hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham, where you share the good news of what you're doing to support and bring about vibration to bring health and balance and peace and harmony in the world. We're talking about letting go of all the holidays that strips you of knowing who you are and taking better care of yourself and putting your dollars in the wrong hands. We're talking about uniting, building a better Wall Street to support African American black people around the world with that hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. Taking a deep breath, tuning into ourselves. We're sure to emancipate from medical mental slavery as we celebrate that April 30th. Our panel radio show is coming up, and I hope I have some people on the radio show as panel. I done sent out the invitations. I'm not getting any emails back, but we'll see what's going to happen because we're going to have it anyway right here on Inner Life Radio, April 30th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be talking about how to emancipate from medical mental slavery, what you have been doing to assist another person to do the same thing, stepping up out of the dark ages of disease care and becoming your own wellness doctor and tuning into yourself and knowing who you are. So I'm going to be sharing with you from the book starting next week. I want to thank the energy and vibration to allow me to do what I did today, to stay awake and to share, pouring some right thoughts. Right thoughts poured into consciousness will eventually purify it. What do you need to purify in your thoughts, family? What do you need to shift yourself out of? What do you need to go back and hold on to? The laws of vibrational energy. The love for yourself, the love within yourself, self-love, self-care, self-respect, honoring self, and knowing how to take that deep, deep, deep breath and center yourself. Don't frustrate yourself and truly understand what stress is. It's out of balance. You're out of balance with yourself and you might not even know. But if you're having those thoughts and you keep having those thoughts, they're making you think a certain way, act a certain way, and it's not in peace and harmony, you got to shift it. You got to shift it. You got to shift it. You got to shift it and put yourself back in peace and harmony and balance. Taking those deep breaths through the week, taking a moment to be still and tune into yourself. Boy, everything in your body relaxes when you take a deep breath and you breathe like that. We are going to have to come to the place where we become conscious of what we are doing to ourselves, to our lives, with our mind, with our thoughts, with our inner consciousness. The words of Reverend Ike. We're talking about tuning into yourself this week, family, sitting back, relax, not letting anything get you, being aware, being knowledgeable, and taking care of yourself. Take the deep, deep breath and put some good thoughts in your mind all week long. When something comes up that's not in harmony and peace with you, sit back and give yourself some good thoughts. Don't get stressed out. All right, family? Taking those deep, deep breaths. Letting no one put you in a box. You have your own reality. If it's not in love, peace, and harmony, then it may be something that you may have to shift. And remember, are you creating your life from a man-made mindset of human consciousness? What are your emotions, beliefs, and values involved with stopping you from being healthy, happy, and loving? Vibrate to love and kindness. Vibrate to peace and harmony. Vibrate to balance. Take a time to look at your life this week. Take a time to do a scan. Yeah, the human body scan. See your hands coming down from the top of your head. And you're moving a slow vibration down. And so you're looking at everything in your body. And you're asking yourself where you need to breathe deeply, where you need to bring in harmony and peace. And you come down and maybe your shoulders are tight. And maybe you need to relax them. Or maybe they are relaxed. And you come down and you're coming down. And you come down to your chest. How fast is your heart beating? You got to relax. Your lungs. You have to relax. Scan yourself all the way down. Feel where you feel discomfort at. Breathe in that area. Send loving vibrations in that area. Our stomach is maybe out of balance. That's our second head. That's our second brain. Let's relax it. Let's bring about a peace. We want to come down. We want to scan. We're scanning our body. We're feeling it in the vibration. And we're breathing in the area. Then we come down to our feet. And we're planted. Even when we're on the ground, even when we're in the house, we want to feel the soil of the earth. We want to feel the negative ions coming into our body. You can put that vision in mind, and you can sit there and you can breathe, and you can shift your vibrations no matter what's going on in life. You can calm yourself down and be in a state of peace. Family, community, and friends, through the week, tune into yourself. Sit back, relax, and take the deep, deep breaths. Thank you for coming aboard the Friendship Train this week. Tuning into the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation radio show. I'm your host, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare educator, helping you to shift out of chronic disease, care, stress, and become your own wellness doctor. It's a beautiful thing. It's a great thing to be able to become your own wellness doctor. Nothing binds you except your thoughts. Nothing limits you except your fears. Nothing controls you except your beliefs. Nothing heals you except your consciousness. So what state of consciousness are you putting yourself in, family? And do you need to rise? Do you need to rise in consciousness? And maybe give yourself a hug and a deep, deep breath and know that everything's all right. Thank you for tuning into the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation radio show. Coming aboard the Friendship Train. And shifting out of chronic disease, care, stress. Becoming your own wellness doctor. Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation radio show right here on NLI Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, consciousselfcare.com. Or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self-Healthcare radio show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-healthcare. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.